Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road, and you're ready to go if you want to. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today. Live Music Nation podcast, special festival edition. Today, we are with Nef, and she hosts a number of events there in Florida. Thanks for joining us. We're going to talk about Dessert Festival. We're going to talk about Fairy Festival. We've got a lot of things going on. Thanks for joining us. Give us a little background on you. Where'd you grow up? And talk a little bit about your family and career.
Okay. Hi, my name is Nef Denard. I am 32 years old. I grew up in Tallahassee, Florida, and I have two parents, both of which are psychologists, like clinical psychologists, and then I have two sisters, so now three because my brother just got married, and a brother.
Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Tell us about your business. Tell us about your private adventures.
Okay, well, I own the Fuzzy Pineapple. It's a art apparel and accessory company. Like pretty much everything's handmade, although I have like a storefront now, so I've kind of like branched out into like wholesale and like thrifting and repurposing and things along that nature. And eventually I would like to get to the point where I can have like other artists in here. My best friend makes candles, so her candles are here as well and stuff like that, but I would like to have like more artists actually in here. Um to sell their stuff as well to like the local
Very
community.
cool. Very cool. All right, let's jump into the dessert festival. I want to do this one first because this one intrigues me. So, three questions that help our listener orientate themselves a little bit more with your events. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What smells and foods are in the air? And what does it sound like? What activities are going on? Is there music and live entertainment? Let's go back to number one. What does it look like?
It looks like a lot of tents with desserts. It smells like a bakery, and it's just like the last one, it got rained out, and people were in the rain with umbrellas getting desserts.
Well,
So
you're,
yeah,
you're dedicated. You're dedicated. That's right.
we usually get about 2,000 to 3,000 people. I'm really trying to like hit the 5K goal at least one of the festivals because like those are the summer festivals. Like there's the dessert festival. We just added the plant festival, and then in April is the fairy festival. But then in fall, in the summer there's the vegan food festival, and
Mhm.
then in the fall there's the art festival, which I think that might have been what you were talking about because there's TFB Fest, which is our
Yes.
first festival that got this whole thing started. And then we I sometimes do a winter festival, but I kind of like have been chilling on that because like online sales and like I make all the tie-dye and yeah, like I make all the items, so I have to make sure that I have time to do that. Yeah, because
Okay.
everybody wants
All
to.
right. All right. So let's talk about smells. What foods are in the air? Do you have food trucks coming in? Do you have vendors that sell
um
food? How does that work?
yes, most of the time in 10 by 10 booths with
Mhm.
like their cakes all around. And then um I don't know if I can't think of us actually having a food truck yet. There are a few dessert food trucks, but usually they are either like traveling out or they have like other things that they're doing beforehand. So this year I'm definitely like reaching out sooner to find out like, hey, would you like to do this or would you like to do this? I know there's like a crepe truck, but usually it's like cottage food. So I don't know if you're familiar with cottage food law in like Florida, but you can basically there's like a list of things you can make like at your house as long as you label them properly. You're able to
Oh,
sell
nice.
them legally. But we have like a little mix of that, but everything has to be labeled so people know what they're eating when they're eating it. And you have to like list out all the ingredients and allergens and things like that. Where was it made? Who made it? What date it was made on? Things like that. And then you have people that are like in the full-on professional zone where you have like pastry chefs and people that have like their licensing, catering license and things like that nature.
Mhm.
And so we have that, but then you also have people that serve like hot food. So like sometimes there's like the Mexican truck or like the we just for the food festival got a Filipino food truck, which is really nice. There's the Miami Juice Bar. Shout out Miami Juice Bar. They make like fresh juices and stuff. So it's not just desserts, but that's like the primary focus. There's
Yeah.
also vegan, so it's not just like you have gluten-free people, you have people that like only eat kosher, you have people that are like gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free. There's something for everyone. One
Nice.
of my friends is vegan and gluten-free, so her diet is kind of different. And so she's also able to find stuff there. So that's one thing that I really like to highlight. Like there's something for everyone there.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Let's talk about, okay, let's talk about the atmosphere. What things are going on? Do you have activities for kids? Is there music? Is there entertainment? Hit on some of that.
Each festival is family friendly, so we have activities for children. Like there's a giant Connect Four, and the entire building is actually painted. Like I am also a photographer, so I painted the whole building so that each like section could be its own like backdrop. So a lot of people do like photo shoots in the back and whatnot. There's like a lot of different games. So we have like human sized board games, like a human sized Twister. We have like human sized Jenga, human sized Connect Four. There's usually like make and take activities. So because we started out, well, I don't know why I keep saying we was because I started out as an art festival. I usually take like all the art festival things and like add it to the rest of the festivals, give or take, depending on like what the main focus is. Because at the dessert festival, usually people don't really want to do like make and take projects. They want to make and take the food. They want to get all of that. But like I know one year we did like marshmallow strings, and then the kids pretty much ate the marshmallows. So then we changed it to like tie-dyeing marshmallows. So we just had like the food coloring, and they can like make their own little tie-dye marshmallows. They can eat it afterwards, kind of thing. Trying to think of other things. There's a giant art board so people can do freestyle drawing on that we have chalk and stuff because we have a huge outside area so they can like draw on the pavement. That keeps them busy for a while, at least for the children. And then for the adults, most of the time the adults just want to like sit and eat, so it's like they came to get all the food, sit, eat, and roll. But we do have music, and every now and again we have like live artists if they want to come out and like do an exchange basically for like, would you like to do live drawing? Okay, they can just come out and do live drawing. Or sometimes we have like this lady that does palm reading, she likes to do that. There's another lady that does belly dancing. We had that come out here a couple of times. People that like do face painting and like body art, and I had one girl teach a dance class randomly, so that was interesting. But yeah. It's up in the air each time.
Oh, absolutely.
Like a yoga
Great. For sure. How are all your events listed on one website? If people wanted to find out more, how do they find out that information?
You can go to thefuzzypineapple.com/events. All the events for the year, I just posted the calendar for all of next year just to like have it like set in stone. And then if you like to join on Facebook, that's usually where I do like updates and things along that nature. But everything's online, so you can like if you did want to join, you can join online.
Perfect. Okay, a couple of fun questions. I'm in live music and live entertainment full time, so I always ask these questions just for my own personal inventory, and I'm gonna put it in my book. I want to know, Nef, what is the best concert you've ever seen your entire life?
James Brown at Wild Adventures. I have not been to many concerts. I'm pretty much like, this is my life right now.
Right.
And I work a lot. But out of all the concerts that I have been to, I also like I went to a Tory Lanez concert. That was pretty chill. But no, James Brown, like everybody was the energy, I didn't even know who I was going to see. I didn't even like realize the significance of this. I was just like, oh, okay, I don't know these songs really, but hey, I know some of these songs. But I remember that vividly because it was a lot. And everybody was like, even the opening acts, I remember that just everybody was supercharged.
Yeah.
And
that's great.
Dancing. And everybody was like showing out like all their dance moves. There were whole dance battles in the middle. So yeah, I remember that. That was cool.
Very cool. Okay, dead or alive, you get to see one musical act. Who would you choose to see?
Gosh, maybe Prince.
Ooh.
Probably Prince.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like, I know obviously Beyonce is like a very popular, and I've seen like on YouTube her performances, and I'm like, oh wow, this is serious. However, I think I would do Prince because I actually know his music.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Well, tell you what, thank you again for being on with us, Nef. I appreciate it, and people are going to look forward to checking out your events.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road. Are you ready to go if you want to?